You know, last night I heard different sounds. I heard my window going back and forth. I think hail was hitting my window pretty much all night. I'm sure it woke up some people. But tonight, are we expecting sort of the same? Maybe less, hopefully?
Yeah, I think even we have a chance of seeing that a little earlier than what we saw last night. That happened around 10 o'clock and into the midnight hours. But the Storm Prediction Center is putting us at an enhanced risk for our 5 counties there in Missouri. That's a level 3, and a slight risk there in that yellow, so a level 2. And so that's going to be for later this evening. But right now, we're clearing up. Poplar Bluff, you're there in the enhanced risk. And you can see we do still have that fog kind of in the background there on our live camera, but we're starting to clear out. And that is actually indicated on our radar in satellite. And you can see that clearing up here, right? So the clouds are now dispersing. We have those showers off to the south, and they're going to continue to keep going southeast. That was leaving a very rumbly start to some of our morning. In fact, that storm system is now out of the way. But we're getting another one coming through. So with that, our threat tracker going into the moderate levels for some of those scattered, severe, or strong to severe storms. Clearing up, sunny Monday, a little cooler there for us. And then Tuesday, we're back to seeing some isolated, maybe strong showers into the overnight hours. So here we go. The Storm Prediction Center is giving us an enhanced risk for our 5 counties here in Missouri. That's a level 3. So what does this mean? We're primarily going to be seeing a risk of some of those stronger to severe storms, and that's the same idea for here in this yellow shade. That's a level 2, a slight risk by the Storm Prediction Center, and per every 25 miles of these maps, that's where you get some of your threats. So right now I'm looking at our wind threat, so that enhanced risk is primarily for damaging winds, and I'll show you why we're looking at that damaging wind threat in a moment. But again, I just have to emphasize, per every 25 miles there's a chance at seeing some of those stronger storms. That's not that the entire area highlighted will see those storms, it's that there's a chance. So with that, our tornado threat looks low right now. We are looking at a little bit of a slight risk for our hail, because when I see winds being our strong threat there, that tells me we have enough energy in the atmosphere, we have enough shear and lift to get some of that hail going up in the atmosphere. And with all the flooding that we've actually seen, or the rainfall that we've already seen, it's not impossible to see some localized flooding out of this for any showers that linger around. Now, so here's one model. This is the HRRR. This is showing that a line of storms will come through, and it actually starts to make this bow shape. And with that, you could start to see some stronger winds, especially there, right there in Poplar Bluff, Cape Girardeau. Looking at you, here we are at the 5 o'clock hour, where some of those stronger storms are coming this way and continuing to shift east and southeast. And that's done by around 8. Now, this other model that I'm showing you right now is called the NAM. So as this comes through, it shows, well, the cold front, well, maybe storms don't connect as much, and it's more isolated, and we see some cloud cover with it instead. And then it's out of the way, but I think I have a good indication of seeing more of what we saw with the HRRR than the NAM. So right now, if everything goes the way we're looking at it, then the high will build in for Monday. We cool down, we get a high pressure that builds from the northwest. That will drop temperatures a little bit. Then we get our next system going into later Tuesday. It'll just be something to keep an eye on as we go forward. Right now, though, temperatures are cool, and it's going to help aid some of those storms. In fact, right now, Carbondale coming in at 61, Poplar a little bit warmer at 63. Dew points almost matching. We have some fog, like I mentioned, and we've also been looking at some rain showers, so that's the reason for those two coming together. Now, we will be gradually rising, actually pretty rapidly once the clouds and the showers move out of the way, rising into those upper 80s for us, especially as we notice those winds shift to the southwest. That's where the storms will be aiding as well. But if you are going up for the eclipse tonight, well, sadly, showers and storms and even cloud cover might hinder that. It'll eclipse the eclipse. And you can download the Storm Track 3 app to follow all these storms with us. And should any severe warnings come along or advisories, we have you covered here at WSIL. But looking forward, it's looking like we have a rainy pattern continuing into the next work week. Temperatures into the mid 80s. Overnight lows not dipping too much lower than at least the upper 50s.
You have to deal with the wet stuff for a little bit this week.
Sadly.
All right. Thanks, Emily.